Now, one of the places you may find leaks in your tent is at the seams, where fabric from the top and fabric from the bottom is stitched together. All is not lost. You can quite easily fix it with some seam sealant like this. So we're going to give it a try and see what happens. Now, most tents will have taped seams like this. I don't know whether you can see that there, but there's a tape sealing up the seams. But this isn't necessary in every location. So on this tent, around the door for example, the seams aren't taped. Now normally they use a cotton thread that will swell up when it gets wet, filling any stitching holes. But for whatever reason, sometimes that doesn't happen. And we've taken this tent out now, and we've been in a bit of a downpour, and noticed that water is seeping in through one or two little holes here. So before you apply the sealant to your seams, you need to make sure they're clean. So you need to rub the seams with some alcohol first. So with the alcohol now dried, which doesn't take very long, we're going to apply the sealant. Apply it onto the seam, work into those holes. Unfortunately, with this sealant, squeezing it and the lid came off. And don't despair, just use a brush. It's actually a lot easier to apply using the brush. So there we have the sealant applied. Perhaps not the prettiest of job, but hopefully it's done the job. Well, now we're giving it a test, and unfortunately this time the seam sealant hasn't worked too well. It's a little bit better than before, but we're getting a little bit of water coming in around a few other seams here that perhaps aren't quite so sealed up. Here we had a lot of water coming in before, and that's pretty dry. But along here you just see a little bit seeping through, and looking at this now, see I haven't sealed those seams too well. I'm going to let it dry out and try again. So we sealed up the bits I missed. I also put a bit on the outside as well, just to be doubly sure. And we've given another soak in, and this time we have success.